let's get into the healthcare bill quickly. The 1099 provision, many of you maybe heard about this, but there's a $600 threshold requirement for filing a 1099. So in other words, you have a small business that does $600 of business with any other business out there. You have to get a 1099 from them and file that 1099. You think about it with a trucking business that maybe is filling up the tank once or twice for a truck, and all of the spots throughout the state, throughout the nation, that they would be having to file 1099s over and over and over again. And the intrusion again, once again, of the federal government coming into business decisions and the bureaucracy, the paperwork burden and the expected increase in accounting costs is huge. Companies may choose to go with one larger vendor instead of several smaller ones to reduce reporting burdens. As you know, this is going to kill small businesses and entrepreneurs and manufacturers. Access to and cost of credit. We all feel this, where if you want to get credit, you have to go in and prove that you don't need credit. If you want to get a loan, you have to really go in and prove that you absolutely don't need it. And that's not the way it should be. We've lost so much there. As a result of the new financial rules, credit card rates are at the highest level in 9 years. In the second quarter this year, the average interest rate on existing cards reached 14.7%, up from 13.1% a year earlier. And ongoing difficulty in getting credit makes it difficult to expand, hire, buy, invest in inventory. We're seeing an impact again because of the lack of ability to get credit and access to credit lines. The healthcare bill, it really involves some dishonest accounting as well. This was an editorial in the Chicago Tribune just, again, very recently. Democrats weren't straight with Americans about the cost of healthcare reform before the law passed. They used a lot of accounting tricks to make it look less expensive than it really will be, and they're still fuzzing over the facts. Another thing that's a real frustration for business owners, we can deal with risk, we understand risk, but we can't factor for uncertainty. When over and over and over again legislation is being passed where it's uncertain what the bureaucrats are going to do, so much of the decision making is left up to the bureaucrats. And it's almost impossible to factor in uncertainty, absolute uncertainty of what's going to happen. The assumptions in the healthcare bill bear little resemblance to the real world in doctors' offices and hospitals. That's also from the Chicago Tribune. I would have loved to see, we've got some real problems in healthcare. Cost of healthcare is too high. We've done some things here in Illinois, and I'm proud of the work that I was able to be a part of when I served in the House, of being one of many who were involved in passing real lawsuit abuse reform, medical malpractice reform here in the state of Illinois, recognizing that there is a significant cost for our health care because of the huge malpractice insurance rates that our doctors are being forced to pay. And many were good doctors choosing to leave our state because of the high cost of medical malpractice insurance. We were losing good doctors. And on top of that, it sets a mindset of defensive medicine. So there's a thought that our physicians have with every single patient that comes in, this might be someone who might sue me. And I need to create this paper trail. And it becomes defensive medicine, it becomes very costly for the rest of us to be a part of that. We did some work here in Illinois to pass real lawsuit abuse reform. I'm frustrated that the federal government did nothing to address the real cost of healthcare other than increase the cost that we're all going to be paying over the years and increase incredibly the bureaucracy that's going to be involved. Getting into our growth of government just from the healthcare bill, 159 new bureaucracies, agencies, boards, commissions, and programs. 159 new ones to address our healthcare. To me, that's not reform. That's heading the wrong direction. Reform means you cut spending, you make more available to people, you cut bureaucracy. We did just the opposite of this bill. Over 1,100 references to shall be determined by the Secretary of Health. You think about a bill that's 2,700 pages long and there's 1,100 references to shall be determined. The uncertainty that's involved. I talked to major manufacturers in our district here, Caterpillar is one of them, and they've got to hold on to much of their working capital because they're just uncertain of what healthcare costs are really going to be for them because so much is left up to bureaucratic decision that's going to have to happen over the next years. Government authorities determine what's health, what's not, how medical practices are structured, when and what health insurance citizens purchase. Expansion of Medicaid entitlements, CMS estimates 24 million new beneficiaries by 2015 as $410 billion in additional cost to Medicaid. Increased fees punishing innovation and productivity. Medical device fee. This is one that hasn't gotten a lot of attention, but I think it's very significant. The impact of the device tax will have some smaller medical companies owing more in taxes than they earn in profits. The overall effect will be layoffs and less investment in research and development. This was from Florida Today back in April of 2010. This is the idea of help to small businesses. This is navigating the small business tax credit. Looks like a real simple chart, huh? So you have to figure your way through this very intricate chart to be able to get access to the small business